Welcome to Logan's Comics, where legends awaken, and the strongest among us are forged in the fires of eternity. In the earliest days of recorded history, before the rise of empires and the birth of kings, there existed a man who would become more than a man, a god among mortals, feared and worshipped in equal measure. En Sabah Nur, a child born in the harsh deserts of ancient Egypt, was marked from birth with a destiny that would shake the very foundations of the human race. His skin bore the signature blue-gray hue of his ancestors, his eyes glimmered with a cold, calculating intelligence, and even as a child, his strength and cunning set him apart. Survival was not a choice for him, it was the crucible through which he would ascend. From the outset, En Sabah Nur learned quickly that the world was a place where the weak were devoured and the strong shaped reality. Abandoned and ridiculed by his own people, he discovered a power that would come to define his existence. The ability to manipulate his own biology, to alter his form, to adapt and overcome any threat. This adaptability was not just physical. It was a philosophy, a belief that only the fittest deserved to survive. As centuries passed, his name faded from memory, but his presence endured, whispered in myths, feared by rulers and worshipped by the loyal. Apocalypse's vision was uncompromising. He saw humanity as flawed, weak, and chaotic, incapable of surviving without guidance. He sought to create a world purified by trial and strength, a crucible in which only those with the power and will to dominate would endure. This wasn't mindless cruelty. It was evolution incarnate, executed with precision and an almost divine patience. Across millennia, he would test civilizations, guiding, challenging, and sometimes destroying, always with an eye toward shaping the future. Empires rose and fell, each leaving scars on the earth that En Sabah Nur observed with detached calculation. But even as he moved through history, shaping battles and kingdoms, he remained fascinated by the emergence of mutants, beings born with extraordinary powers that reflected the next stage of evolution. To him, mutants were not merely anomalous. They were the next step in the great chain of survival, the instruments through which he could realize his vision. He cultivated followers, the 12, chosen for their loyalty and their own formidable abilities, each embodying a facet of the world he wished to sculpt. With them, Apocalypse enacted grand experiments, orchestrating wars and upheavals across time, testing strength, loyalty, and adaptability. And yet, for all his power, Apocalypse was not without conflict. Humanity, in its stubborn resilience, often fought back, birthing heroes and warriors who challenged his supremacy. Time and again he faced those who opposed him, those who believed that compassion, morality, and unity could triumph over his cold, evolutionary doctrine. But even in defeat, he adapted, returned stronger, his vision unbroken. He was a force of nature, a storm against which the world itself seemed fragile. His battles were not mere clashes of power. They were philosophical confrontations, each fight a lesson in survival, an examination of the balance between might and morality, chaos and order. As the centuries rolled on, Apocalypse's methods became increasingly audacious. He sought not just to guide evolution, but to dominate it, to impose his vision on reality itself. He collected relics, ancient artifacts of unimaginable power, and harnessed the energies of mutants and mortals alike to augment his already immense abilities. He could transfer consciousness, enhance his strength, manipulate molecular structures, and even cheat death itself, cementing his role as an almost eternal architect of survival. Through every era, his influence remained subtle yet undeniable, a shadow cast over the rise and fall of nations, a constant reminder that evolution is merciless and only the strongest endure. Apocalypse's relationship with time itself is a testament to his vision and his cruelty. Unlike mortals who age and fade, he moves through centuries with unwavering clarity, each era informing the next. He has witnessed the construction of empires, the devastation of plagues, and the rise of heroes who dared challenge the very order he sought to enforce. And yet, through it all, his eyes remain fixed on a singular truth: strength is earned, weakness discarded. This philosophy extends beyond mere power. It is the core of his identity, the reason he persists when countless others have fallen into obscurity. His first known confrontation with modern heroes was not just a battle of fists and energy. It was a collision of ideologies. Here stood the world's defenders, armed with courage and moral certainty, yet facing a being who regarded emotion and morality as tools for manipulation rather than guiding principles. Apocalypse tested them, reshaped them, and in doing so, revealed both the fragility and resilience of humanity. Each confrontation pushed both him and his adversaries to their limits, a testament to his enduring belief that evolution favors those who rise above adversity. The 12, his chosen lieutenants, are not merely servants. They are extensions of his will, avatars of his vision, instruments through which he can orchestrate catastrophe or salvation. Each possesses powers that challenge even the strongest heroes, and yet they are bound not by loyalty alone, but by the rigorous test of survival itself. Betrayal, failure, and weakness are not tolerated, for Apocalypse's doctrine is absolute. And in the rare moments when even his greatest plans are thwarted, he adapts, incorporating lessons from defeat, transforming setbacks into opportunities for greater dominance. In the modern age, Apocalypse's impact is both subtle and catastrophic. Cities crumble under his machinations, civilizations teeter on the brink, and heroes rise to counter his unyielding will. But even as mutants and humans alike confront him, the core of his philosophy endures. The world is imperfect, and only through trial, through conflict, can it be perfected. Apocalypse is not merely a villain. He is evolution personified, a mirror reflecting humanity's potential and its failings. To face him is to face the truth of existence itself, the brutal reality that survival is neither fair nor guaranteed. What sets Apocalypse apart from other adversaries is not his strength, nor his intellect alone, but his vision. He perceives time as a canvas, a tapestry of events to be shaped and refined. He moves through history with purpose, manipulating outcomes, inspiring legends, and orchestrating tragedies, all in the name of evolution. His presence forces humanity and mutants alike to confront their limitations, to rise, adapt, and endure. In a world of fleeting heroes and transient victories, he remains eternal and unyielding, a symbol of both fear and awe. The battles against Apocalypse are not mere fights. They are crucibles of ideology, testing the resolve, morality, and resilience of all who oppose him. His power challenges the limits of heroism, forcing those who face him to make impossible choices, to embrace strength, and to confront the darkness within themselves. Yet, for all his ruthlessness, there is a method to his madness, a logic rooted in a desire to purge weakness, to ensure that the future belongs to the strong, the adaptable, the unyielding. Even in moments of defeat, Apocalypse embodies adaptation. He can survive the impossible, reconstruct himself, and return with even greater mastery over body, mind, and time. Mortality is an inconvenience to him, a temporary obstacle that he overcomes with patience and precision. And so, across centuries and civilizations, he persists, an ever-present reminder that evolution is relentless, and only those capable of transformation can endure. Yet Apocalypse is not just destruction and cold calculation. He is a mirror to humanity's own fears and aspirations. He embodies the tension between survival and morality, power and compassion, evolution and stagnation. His existence challenges every hero who dares stand against him to not only fight with strength but with purpose, to confront the shadows within themselves, and to question what it truly means to survive. He is a test, a gauntlet thrown across time, demanding that those who oppose him rise to meet their potential, or fall beneath the weight of inevitability. In his vision of the future, only the adaptable and resilient endure. Those who falter, those who cling to comfort, are left behind, casualties of a natural order that he has interpreted and weaponized. Apocalypse's doctrine is absolute, yet within it lies an undeniable fascination with potential, an almost reverential acknowledgement of power realized. He does not destroy indiscriminately. He refines, he tests, and he seeks to elevate what he deems worthy. In this sense, he is not merely a villain, but a catalyst for evolution itself, a force that exposes weaknesses, forges resilience, and pushes the world toward a future shaped by the strong. The modern era has seen Apocalypse confront a new generation of heroes, mutants who rise in defiance of his vision. Yet, even as they clash, his philosophy resonates. Strength, adaptability, and survival are the ultimate measures of worth. He remains the ultimate arbiter of evolution, a being whose power transcends time, whose intellect guides civilizations, and whose presence challenges every notion of heroism. And so, as centuries fade into millennia, Apocalypse endures. A god of survival, a master of adaptation, a relentless force of evolution. To face him is to confront not only a being of unimaginable power, but the harshest truths of existence itself. The story of En Sabah Nur is not one of simple villainy. It is a saga of inevitability, of evolution, and of the eternal struggle between strength and weakness, order and chaos, mortality and the timeless. In the end, Apocalypse is a legend not because he rules or conquers, but because he persists, eternal and unyielding. His legacy is written not just in battles won or lost, but in the indelible mark he leaves on the course of human and mutant history. He is evolution incarnate, and in his shadow, heroes are tested, civilizations tremble, and the future is forever shaped by the unrelenting will of the first mutant, the one known to all as Apocalypse.